Hi guys, it's Dave in real life and welcome to this Survivor Series review video. Not a great deal to talk about entertainment wise. There was no major shocks on last night's pay-per-view, but yeah, it was all about The Undertaker and that last segment of the show, but we'll get to that eventually. I'm going to talk about the pre-show first. There was a match, and it was the Inter-brand Battle Royal. Yes, SmackDown versus Raw Superstars in a Battle Royal. The eventual winner was The Miz for Raw. Sneaky tactics near the end to trick people into thinking that he'd been eliminated, and he hadn't. The typical Royal Rumble kind of Battle Royal finishes, what we've seen 1,000 times. So yeah, Miz has won that. There was some interaction on the 24/7 scene, and we've got a new 24/7 champion. Yeah, as much as we talk about the 50th year anniversary of The Undertaker, we're forgetting about somebody else who made their debut in 1990, and that was the Gobbledygooker. Yes, it wasn't. This is not Hector Guerrero this time in the costume, but it is a pretty lame impersonation of that character. Yeah, he pinned R-Truth. We did see this again later on the main card, where Tozawa trapped the Gobbledygooker by laying down seeds. R-Truth was in on this as well, so he pinned Tozawa and walks out of Survivor Series as 24/7 champion. This is pretty much solid stuff. We get this all the time, where Truth will lose the title and then gains the title by the end of the show. Just good little bits to add in between the main matches. So we go on to the main card, and we started with the Raw men's team against the SmackDown men's team. Yeah, we've gone through who's in the lineups before. I was quite surprised on how this result ended. I had predicted that Raw would win, and they did. Didn't expect them to whitewash. Yes, every single member of the Raw team survived. That was AJ Styles, Braun Strowman, Riddle, and Keith Lee, and of course Sheamus. Yeah, they dominated from start to finish. Yeah, even Riddle pinning Corbin. Yes, Killer Sasuke would absolutely love that, and poor Austin not so much. Sorry guys. We do move on to what was a really entertaining match in the end. Sasha Banks versus Asuka. The Raw and SmackDown Women's Champions went head to head in a really grueling matchup. Yeah, these two ladies are all about the finisher, the Banks Damon, and of course the Asuka lock. Both used the finishers in this match. Sasha finally won, which was payback in a way. Like I said in the predictions video, that she was owed one for the loss at SummerSlam. So yeah, I wasn't surprised at the result. A few people who were watching in Daisy's chat were pretty surprised, but no, I got it right. So that's 2 from 2 on the prediction side from the prediction video. We go on to the US champion versus the Intercontinental champion, which was Bobby Lashley against Sami Zayn. The full Hurt Business came out to the ringside. Obviously, Sami Zayn was going to complain about this, and yes, it caused massive distractions throughout the match. They didn't get really involved at all until MVP tripped Sami Zayn outside of the ring, and then forced him back into the ring, where he got shoved into that famous full Nelson finishing move of Bobby Lashley. Pretty solid match, nothing too amazing happened, very predictable. Bobby Lashley won, and that was 3-0 to me on the predictions. Sorry, the picture behind me is literally lighting up. Yeah, every time I move, obviously, you're getting blinded. We move on to the tag team match between Street Profits and New Day. Amazing that the New Day came out in like gear of war, full metal, solid Metal Gear, something like video game. I have no idea. I'm like guessing. But they're dressed up in this. They're a part of this new video game where you can be these guys if you unlock something. Yeah, so New Day came out in this like metal armor. Big E came out with them. He didn't stay at ringside for some reason. I don't even know why he was even there. Probably just to show that they were back together as a unity. Street Profits cut a promo in the gorilla position. Yeah, I like Street Profits. They're a bit over the top, but at the New Day. So yeah, this kind of was a contrast between both of them, to be fair. Street Profits eventually won a pretty decent match. This was better than I anticipated it being, but hey, it's a New Day, it's Street Profits. It's nice to see an actual tag match with two actual tag teams. This is where WWE always fall down. They need to build the tag team division, and this is the way forward for them. Street Profits won this match. Yeah, great show of respect between the teams in the end, even though, yeah, they literally took it to each other. It was, like I say, pretty decent match. Then we go on to the Raw female team against the SmackDown female team. There were a lot of backstage stuff. You see kind of a contrast between these two teams. Yeah, you'd got Bayley's team, which looked unified to a degree. Bayley totally taking control of that team. And he added to it on Friday, and she's like acting like she's the best thing ever. Then you had the Raw team, which you had four of them. That's Peyton Royce, Lacey Evans, Shayna and Nia stood with Lana, stood on her own. There's like proper outcaster, and just a message to the teammates from Nia is, do not, whatever you do, tag in Lana. Yeah, the build to this, obviously, as everybody knows, that Nia's been putting Lana through a table for the last 9 weeks. So yeah, something building up to something, and this match showed it. There was a lot of good little spots. One where Bayley was thrown into the rest of the group outside the ring by Peyton Royce. A really good spot. Bayley, who had been like bigging herself up on Twitter all day about her being the captain since Friday, yeah, was the first one eliminated. No surprise. I either thought she was going to last to the end and get surprise pinned by Lana, or she'd be the first one to go, and they went with the latter. Quite solid match. One pin team member from each one was eliminated, so Lana was put on the naughty step, yes. After even having a good little run with Natalya, which obviously they were best mates on Raw before the draft, they went to it against each other, but you know, before they lost her as a member, they managed to get her out of the ring, and that's where they stuck her on the step, and she was not allowed to take part in the rest of the match, which worked in the Raw team's favour, I guess, in the end. Bianca and Nia Jax ended up with a spot where they went over the barricades. For some reason, neither got back into the ring and were counted out. But lo and behold, still stood on a naughty step was Lana. Lana was declared your winner. Yes, the sole survivor of the Raw team. Oh, we saw this coming for a country mile. So yeah, yet again, another prediction correct by myself. So that's 5 from 5 from the predictions video. Lana being the last woman standing, which I think everybody got that. No table spot. So get ready for Raw, because number 10 is coming. Lana is going through that table for sure. And it just proves that it's going to be a Raw thing. Yeah, so get ready for that. We go to the night's main event, which is Roman Reigns, the Universal Champion, versus Drew McIntyre, the WWE Champion. Yeah, this was two behemoths, two big names going at each other in an all-out war. Yeah, it took a while to get started, but once it got into that second gear, it got really, really good. And the match of the night, in my opinion, I mean, Sasha and Asuka was good. This was just slightly better. Yeah, sadly, there was a ref bump near the end, which saw Jey Uso get involved, making up for his earlier failures in the men's team. I mean, he was the last remaining member of that SmackDown team, but it just wasn't good enough. Roman had said that, you know, you failed, and if you keep failing like this, you lose your spot at the table. Yeah, that rang true in this closing segment as Jey helped Roman Reigns out. So Roman Reigns wins. That's 6-0 to me. The last prediction, I think everybody got that one particular right. Yeah, we saw them on the ramp at the end, hugging it out. Yeah, so Jey had got forgiveness from Roman Reigns for his earlier loss. So he got respect back, basically. It was a solid match, like I said. Back to the night, definitely. Probably could have done me a few more minutes, but yeah, it went a fair distance. So out of the card, so we're going to do the score for this. In fact, we're going to do the score for all of it. I, on the night, gave it a 7.5. Wasn't the best pay-per-view I've seen. Certainly wasn't boring. I thought there was some pretty entertaining stuff in there. Like I've said previously, Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre match of the night, closely followed by Asuka versus Sasha Banks, and then Street Profits versus New Day were pretty good. I think Bobby Lashley match was meh, not really bothered about that. The two 5-on-5 elimination matches, yeah, they were okay. There was nothing spectacular. I like the storyline what they had in the Lana one with her being on the night step. I thought that was pretty fun, but it was just fun. There was nothing what you take home and think, God, that was amazing. So yeah, we go on to what everybody was waiting for anyway. What reason why we were all staying up or getting excited was the Undertaker farewell address, and it didn't fail to deliver. I know people would be shocked about the Fiend not attacking, but Twitter before the show were like desperate for the Fiend not to attack. So yeah, I think it went the way it should have gone. I think it would have ruined it if Fiend had have been involved. Yeah, I think sometimes in life chapters don't get finished, the circle doesn't get complete. So yeah, the fact that he hasn't got revenge on the Undertaker doesn't bother me. It really doesn't. Just the emotion of Undertaker's last appearance on, well, has the Undertaker, I suppose, is enough. Moment what got me in that last segment was definitely the little nod to William Moody, who everybody knows as Paul Bearer. That brought a tear to my eye. But beforehand, we had superstars coming down to the ring. The Godwins, Salvio Vega, HBK, Triple H. All in casual wear. Nothing spectacular. But then Kane comes out in full Kane attire. Did he not get the memo? Did he not know that he didn't have to dress up as Kane? That he could just come out as normal Glenn Jacobs? I feel that they just like put a joke on him. But obviously they'd have seen him backstage. But yeah, it just looked weird. You know, him in full character, the rest of them just look like the normal selves. I mean, you would have thought that the Godfather, Charles Wright, would have gone full out. They went to a video package about The Undertaker, you know, the usual stuff. Then we cut back to when just Vince in the ring. Yeah, he just looks old now. He looks past his prime. Yeah, and he struggled to make the announcement of The Undertaker. You could see the upset in his eyes. Yeah, man, look broken. Yeah, so he then introduced The Undertaker, and you know. The overall pay-per-view was a 7.5. Looking forward to Raw on Monday night. I think Lana going through a table is definitely going to happen. It'd be interesting to see the fallout of this, because we didn't see the Fiend. What's next for him? Where they're going with that character? We're going to get a front house. We're going to see the next chapter lay out in front of us. What about The Miz? He didn't cash in, so what's going to happen with that? So yes, still major talking points. Nothing has been announced yet on what's happening on Raw. So yeah, just keep your eyes out on Twitter or their own page, whatever. Yeah, so I've been Dave in real life. You've been awesome. Remember to always keep it real.